Joins us right now. Congressman, if that provision remains in there, in other words, no deduction for state local taxes, despite the tax cuts that the president promises will be considerable, Kevin Brady promises will be meaningful, are you still a no vote?
Well, I absolutely don't see that happening. I haven't been giving that hypothetical any consideration. I spoke today with the White House, met yesterday with Whip Scalise and Chairman Brady and Chief Deputy Whip Patrick McHenry, with some of my colleagues from New York and New Jersey, and we're having a lot of conversations as to what to do with this issue. But no one has indicated at all to us that this proposal to fully eliminate the state and local tax deduction is going to be in that final version. So I sure hope not.
You said fully eliminate. What if they partially eliminate it or phase it out? But that those in a certain income range, we're here told 400,000, 500,000, some say over $1 million, they're still going to have to deal with that reality. What do you do?
And I think that's where they're going to be coming back to us next with a proposal that will be less than fully eliminating the state and local tax deduction, but not fully keeping it. So. I certainly look forward to that conversation to see what they have in mind. But we also have to see a lot of the different numbers.
That's one of the things I heard that's in mind. What do you think of that?
Yeah. So I'm sorry. What did you hear specifically?
That over a certain income, let's say $400,000, you lose that deduction. It could go as high as $1 million, but that for the upper income, they might as well kiss it goodbye. What do you think?
Sure. So I think that for my middle income and lower income constituents who want to see an ability to save more of their money, to be able to save more for retirement, they're going to be happy with that. There is a parochial issue here. I mean, the state and local tax deduction, which has been around for a century, is one of the ways that President Lincoln helps finance the Civil War. New York we're not being subsidized by all these other states with tax policy and spending policy. We are actually subsidizing with the amount of money that we pay and the less that we receive back. So there is a New York analysis here where people who are above that income level, as people get more mobile, I don't want to see all these people flee the state. Right. But I also want to say that the reason why our state and local tax deduction is as high as it is because our state and local taxes are as high as they are. So simultaneously, it's really important that in places like Albany, New York, our capital, or with Bill de Blasio in New York City, that they do more to tighten their belts to bring down the state and local taxes so that New Yorkers can stay. So part of this is on New Yorkers in Congress. No, I
definitely hear what you're saying on that. But what I've got, we're pressed for time. I apologize, Congressman. The other issue that's been coming up is whether the tax deductibility for 401k contributions would be paired. A lot of people think that's on the block as well. How do you feel about that?
Well, the 401ks are a really important mechanism for people who are, we might hear of folks who are able to save a lot for retirement. There are a lot of people who are trying to save $50,000 or $100,000, $200,000. So whatever proposal, and I haven't seen any specifics of what to change the 401k plan to, I'm going to be analyzing it on its impact for all sorts of different kinds of people who use it to make sure that everyone sees a benefit. But I haven't seen a specific proposal of what to change it to get behind or oppose at this point.
Yeah, the reason why I mentioned is when I hear Kevin Brady telling our Stuart Varney, on average, people save well under that number, that write-off number. That seems to be telegraphing, just my opinion, I could be very wrong, sir, that's fair game. That, in other words, lowering that tax threshold is virtually a gimme.
Well, yeah, right, and we have to see what that threshold looks like.
Right.
But there are people who are middle income who might be putting away, $500 a month. Some people a little bit less, or some people a little bit more. But that adds up. We're talking about $6,000 for the year.
You're right. All right, sir. Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it.